Welcome back to Husky Hustle, where we run down UConn athletics in just a few minutes. I'm Daisy Gonzalez.
And I'm Alec Bean, and the timer starts now.
Bean.
Ba-ba.
Starting off with men's basketball, we have the recap of the Boston College game. Monday night, we saw debuts of Malachi Smith, Braylon Mullins, Eric Ryba, Dwayne Karoma, and Alec Millender, and Jacob Furphy, and a bunch of new players.
Yeah, this team has plenty of new faces. We lost a lot of guys last year, obviously, to both the draft and eligibility, but they are absolutely reloaded this year. Obviously, as Daisy said, debuts of those guys were huge, but there were a few guys injured, one being Silas Damari Jr., transfer from Georgia. He's going to be an instant contributor along with Malachi Smith, Braylon Mullins. They're all going to be huge contributors for this Huskies team this year, and we got their first look at them this past Monday.
Yeah, minus the fact that BC took the lead in the second half for a little bit. I think we look like more of an aggressive team out there this year.
Yeah, absolutely. I definitely agree that we looked more aggressive than we did last year. There are some obvious kinks that need to be worked out, but you can tell the team's fresh and the potential is still through the roof for this team, especially after last year. It's going to be a fun year.
Yeah, moving on to women's basketball, also Boston College they took on. It felt like we never left. AZ Fudd and Sarah Strong led the Huskies against the game on Monday. Fudd led the Huskies with 20 points, including scoring 5 for 5 from 3 in the third quarter. And she also added 4 assists, 3 rebounds, and 2 steals.
Yeah, I mean, since Paige is gone, this is the year where the Huskies have to decide who their number one option is going to truly be on the offensive end. My bet for this season is probably going to be a 1A, 1B kind of role between AZ Fudd and Sarah Strong. I mean, they're two players who are extremely lethal on the offensive end of the floor for sure.
Yeah, and for Sarah Williams, her debut, she had 15 points and 5 rebounds, and I think she's going to be a real contributor this year.
Absolutely.
Moving to women's soccer, they captured a 2-0 road win against Butler on Wednesday. Chioma Okafor scored her third goal in the last 2 matches to break her scoreless first half in the 26th minute. This win pushes the Huskies a step closer to clinching a spot in the 4-team Big East Championship.
Yeah, absolutely. Chioma Okafor has been on an absolute tear this season, having 14 points in 14 games. Their next few games, however, are a little bit difficult. They play Villanova next, who's currently sitting in 4th place in the conference, which would be a huge win if the Huskies are able to pull that off. Almost would secure them a spot in that Big East Championship. And the other 2 games are close to the bottom teams in the conference. However, if they drop either of those games, I mean, it could absolutely change the tide of their entire season, especially if they don't get it done against Villanova in these next coming days.
Yeah, I totally agree. I think they've had a good start, and they just need to continue that. Moving on to football, we're currently 4-2 overall and 2 wins away from bowl eligibility for the second straight season.
Yeah, second straight season is kind of insane to think about. They're projected to play Troy in the Crampton Bowl in Alabama. Troy is also 4-2, but their only losses come from ranked opponents at the time, so they're a tough team.
Yeah, and UConn defense shined last game against FIU, and I think they just need to continue to have that strong defense. But Jim Morris says we don't look at records, so they're not looking at the touchdowns that they did, the turnovers. So what are your thoughts on that?
I mean, I agree we shouldn't look at records, obviously. However, it is important to know that this is one of the better starts this team has had in the past few seasons. I mean, even though we don't look at the records that are currently being put into place, I mean, the stats speak for themselves. Joe Fagnano, over 1,500 yards, 11 touchdowns, no interceptions, proves how good this team actually has been.
Yeah. Moving on to our last topic today, it's women's volleyball. They are looking to play Georgetown this Friday. They're tied 3-3 in conference play. Georgetown has 2 home defeats against Villanova and Creighton from last weekend. Last time we played Georgetown, we beat them at their place, and we won the time before. And Emma Workmeister, as always, has been dominant on the court. She has a team high of 248 kills on the season.
Yeah, Workmeister's absolutely been leading this Huskies team this year, and it's hard not to note how they've been absolutely unstoppable at home. I mean, the team's been undefeated this year, going 9-0 on their home court in just pure dominant fashion. No opponent at the Huskies' home has won more than one set, and it just goes to show that this team isn't going to be slowing down anytime soon.
I agree. That's all we have for this week. We'll see you next week.